Why, hello there, I'm Professor Joel, and welcome to another episode of Planet Scooby Reviews. Today we are covering Bedlam and the Bigtop. It is episode 10 of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Season 1, and it originally aired on November 15th, 1969. The episode sees the gang investigating a haunted circus that is local to their region. As for trivia, this is the first time we see Shaggy capture a bad guy. And this episode also is the first one to feature hypnotism, which we'll see in later episodes of Scooby-Doo. In Never Ape and Ape Man, Daphne carries around a Shaggy Snack, which is like a dessert pizza. In this episode, she carries around a giant hero sandwich. Makes for some interesting trivia because where is Velma packaging this food and why hasn't Scooby sniffed it out? Daphne doesn't carry around a purse, and a purse wouldn't even be able to hold this stuff. But anyway, it's a cartoon. It just makes for some fun trivia. They don't have any Scooby snacks in this episode, so they have to bribe Scooby with a giant sandwich, which is another bit of trivia. We also find out that Daphne doesn't know how to ride a bicycle, and that Shaggy is on the track team at school. So that's some cool trivia. I'd also say that some people think the Ghost Clown is the most terrifying villain design in Scooby-Doo because some people do have ghost phobia. So if you're one of those people, this episode might not be for you because I will be showing the Ghost Clown in his full glory, and he's probably showing on the back of my screen right now as I talk. So you've probably checked out a long time ago. So I guess fair warning isn't that advisable, is it now? Anyway, enough of my jibber jabber. Let's get to the review. The episode opens up with a creepy man in a clown suit looking over an empty circus at night. We then cut to two circus performers riding on a bicycle built for two down a road. The bicycle begins falling apart and the two performers crash into one another.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, what happened?
The mystery machine drives by just in time to see the crash happen, and the gang stop to see if they can help. They are introduced to Samson, the strongman, and Max, who is a little person performer. Max and Samson explain that someone had fixed their bike to break in half, and that the circus they just quit was jinxed. Curious about the circus, the gang head to the circus to investigate. At the circus, they meet up with the ringleader, Mr. Barnstorm, who is upset to hear that Samson and Max are gone. This will mean his circus will not be able to open this year. Mr. Barnstorm also explains that the circus is haunted by a ghost clown. Mr. Barnstorm explains that when the ghost clown appears in your circus, you might as well quit as circus performers are superstitious.
This circus is haunted by a ghost clown. When the ghost clown appears in your circus, you might as well quit. Believe me, that ghost clown is here.
Mr. Barnstorm also lets the gang know that tightwares have been sabotaged and lions are acting like scared pussycats. He also tells the kids to leave the grounds and go straight home. The gang hop into the mystery machine but need to return to the circus as they have forgotten Scooby-Doo. Unknown to them, Scooby has been hypnotized by the ghost clown to do the high wire act.
Watch the pretty coin of gold, and you will do what you are told. You will do the high wire act.
You will hit the like button. Shaggy and Velma come across Scooby walking along a tightrope, and they are shocked to see Scooby performing stunts on the high wire. Grabbing a trampoline, they save Scooby as he falls after the ghost clown wakes him up from his trance.
The power of the ghost clown is great. It's time for that silly dog to wake.
You will hit subscribe.
And soon your thoughts shall all be mine.
Freddy is locked in the steamer trunk full of costumes, and Daphne is the next one to be put under the ghost clown's spell as she emerges as a ballerina on a unicycle.
She can't even ride a bicycle.
Scooby and Shaggy and Velma do their best to wake her up using some loud instruments, but in the end, they use some elephants spraying water to wake her up. The gang head back to the costume tent and free Freddy from the trunk. Freddy comes up with the perfect trap and bribes Scooby with a giant hero sandwich.
Here's a super duper hero sandwich.
Shaggy wants in on the hero sandwich action and explains that he ran track in school.
You forgot, I'm a track man. I can really run and fast.
So the two act as bait with the intention to split the sandwich. Shaggy runs into the ghost clown and is caught in a trance and now thinks he is a lion tamer.
Very good. But now the ghost clown strikes.
Entering the cage, Shaggy goes face to face with the lion and puts his life in danger. Scooby fortunately knows what to do and saves Shaggy. They complete Freddy's trap and lead the ghost clown into a cage and successfully trap him. Before they can unmask him, they hear the ghost clown yell out from the distance, and the ghost clown in the cage has vanished.
You fools will never capture the ghost clown!
Shaggy has an idea and chases after the ghost clown once more. As the ghost clown begins hypnotizing Shaggy, Shaggy and Scooby hold up a mirror so the clown hypnotizes himself. The clown now thinks he's a chimpanzee, and Scooby and Shaggy lead him into a cage where they unmask him. Mr. Barnstorm explains that the man is Harry the hypnotist. He previously worked for the circus, but he was caught stealing, so they sent him off to prison.
I know that man. He's Harry the hypnotist. He had an act with us, but we caught him stealing and sent him to prison.
As a ghost clown, he knew he could ruin your circus.
Wanting revenge, he used the ghost clown persona to ruin the circus. He was also able to disappear from the cage previously, as he used an inflated clown balloon that he was able to deflate and inflate remotely so it would fall to the ground hidden. Another mystery is solved, and the gang return to the circus to watch the performers. I give this episode a 7 out of 10. The ghost clown is creepy. He might be the scariest looking Scooby-Doo villain, or at least one of them. So he is actually terrifying, and he does have a lot to do. He does talk. He doesn't just walk around and growl. He actually has a lot of dialogue. So that is something I've always enjoyed in Scooby-Doo episodes. But the episode itself is rather repetitive. The ghost clown, he just always hypnotizes someone. It's like he does this 3 times. 4 if you count the end, and someone in the gang does something harrowing and dangerous, and then they're woken up, and then they're rescued, and yeah, that happens 3 or 4 times, so it was a little redundant. About one viewing though, it's really cool, but I think on repeated viewings, that's why I give this 7 out of 10. It just doesn't hold up as some of those classic episodes. I'd also like to say that the ghost clown, aside from looking scary, he actually tries to murder the gang. I mean, he sends Shaggy into a den with a lion in it, right? And he has Scooby walking a high wire and wants him to fall to his death. So Ghost Clown is pretty scary. What else? The gags are fun in this. It's cool to see Scooby walk a tightrope and Shaggy tame a lion and Daphne ride a unicycle. But I don't think this episode made full use out of the creepy circus setting. When I think of creepy circus, I kind of think of the movie Freaks, which had some really strange circus performers and some cool scenes. This episode didn't do anything like that with this other than the intro where we meet 2 circus performers. So I think Foul Play in Funland, which is similar in theme because it's a gang attending like a carnival at night, did it maybe a little bit better. Maybe they used up all the good ideas for that episode. With this episode, I just don't think they used full use of the circus itself. Anyway, that wraps up another mystery. Join me next week when I will be covering Gaggle of Galloping Ghosts. If you like these reviews, make sure you hit subscribe, give it a like, all that. It keeps me motivated. Comments, unfortunately, have been turned off due to laws regarding if you make episodes that children could watch, you're supposed to turn off the comments, or they do it for you if you mark your videos intended for kids, which I have to do because I have a cartoon. So unfortunately you can't comment, but there are ways that you'll be able to comment. I have certain episodes where I'll be reviewing episodes quickly, and those comments are open. My last one was the Halloween episode of Scooby-Doo movie. I don't show any clips, so I could open it up for comments. So if you want to leave a comment, throw it on there if you want to get in touch with me. Anyways, until next week, stay spooky.
Watch the pretty coin of gold, and you will do what you are told. You will do the high wire act. The power of the ghost clown is great. It's time for that silly dog to wake, and soon your thoughts shall all be mine. Very Very good. But now the ghost clown strikes.